Hi, I'm Chucky, and have y'all ever heard of the centipede's dilemma? Why is it not showing anything? Hello? Yeah, there we go. The base idea is that a centipede was once asked, how can you use all those hundreds of legs of yours to walk around without any problems? And the centipede was like, wait, I am doing that. How am I doing that? And then he stopped being able to do that. It's a general term that's being presented, whatever. Like, you don't think of, like, what's the word I'm looking for? Um, brain. Hello. So you're not thinking of how you do something, but you are. Okay, let me just up the volume a little because I'm going to make the game like 1 decibel louder every stream until I'm satisfied with how the volumes are evened out. Anyway, so yeah, it's a general thing that refers to when you can like, well, that loaded fast. When you can subconsciously do something really quickly and without much trouble, but then you think about it and suddenly you become unable to do it. And that, in a way, just happened to me, as in like now. Because I have forgotten how updating this game works. Like, your boy was literally here going, okay, so the game loaded, why am I not in, the game's updated, is it going to start, is it going to not, and, yeah, well, suffice to say that, I had to start it back up myself. Unless there's gonna be, like, a second vintage story that starts up soon-ish. Now, I'm not gonna need all these. I'm not gonna need too much inventory space for what I plan to do, which is just kind of go and try to find. Okay, let me just lay down the objectives for right now. Step 1, figure out where is casterite. If I find halite as well, that would be awesome. Um, objective number 2 is to hold on. I actually need to keep this thing open because otherwise I have no fucking clue. There we go. Step number 2 is get some more storage, for which I will need nails and strips, which I'm only going to get once I get to whatchamacallit, brain. Hello. Once I get to the tin anvil, because that will be when I will actually make an anvil. I'm skipping the copper anvil. I'm like not moving on that. Lamau passing under the floating rock actually stopped the like nice surface world music. That's fun. Anyway, um, so I need to find cassiterite. I said cassiterite rich area. That's not always feasible because I don't think it's always guaranteed to like track down into some place. Alright, is that more or less? There's more halite, so that's nice. But is it more casterite? No, there's less of it. Based on how it moved, you know what? Let's go to that. Actually, hold on, there's some caves here, so let's see about those first. And then I might have to move southwards. But yeah. That being said, let me just start going off because actually I had a subject that I wanted to talk about today, and I don't think this is going to be, well, honestly, I don't think it's going to be much to say at all. It's just this interesting interaction that I've kind of had, which validated some things I had thought about. Namely, I was talking to someone who, fuck, Chimkin. There we go. Oh, screw off. Go away. Oh, that's just flint. Wait, what the fuck? Oh god, there's a lot of you. You know what? Where the fuck are you? I'm gonna go here. Screw all y'all. Anyway, so someone today mentioned, like, spoke on a poll about Persona's, like, modern gameplay, I think. Ow! Go away! Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, I'm not dying, I'm not dying. You know what? Fuck you, I didn't want to, prospect that area anyway. Yeah, there you go. How do you feel about that? You're gonna be unprospected. Chicken. Why is the game so foggy? Why is it so foggy these days? It's May. So, as I was saying, someone was complaining about how repetitive Tartarus is, right, in Persona 3. And I explained to him, like I brought up, that I agree if we're talking about the reload version of the dungeon. The original, while just as whatchamacallit, monotonous. Ooh, we have some coal, but everything else is actually worse. There's a bit of sulfur, so that will be useful if I ever decide to go looking around for it. Which means that I should head... You know what, I'm gonna go for this boulder right here. Or rather, the one... should I go? Yeah, let's go for this one as well. And, this person, like, when I presented that, you know, in the original, that isn't a problem, because, you, like, yes, it is a map that, like, pretty much is identical throughout. I wonder, can I pull this bullshit? Like, will the game... I probably would not allow it, right? I'm just gonna dig here. So, in the original, you don't have a problem. The farm is on the way. I'm gonna need a saw to actually make the buckets I need to move the water. Otherwise, it's just the whatchamacallit, the who's it's just the water that I have access to, where I've already planted a few seeds. Okay, I want to see where I can hope to find some more casterite. If I'm right... Sorry, if I'm not right about this, I will have to go southwards. Which, honestly, I prefer, because I'd rather not have, like, the bounty of tin underwater. But I mean, considering my luck in general. But, okay. Thank you, game. So I think I can find more halite, where is it? This way. I think it might be under this lake. It would be fun to find. I'm going to add it up here. Find halite. Check under Western Lake. There we go. It should update for you all as well. So, I brought up the idea that in the original Persona 3, when you have to deal with enemies that actually do have a chance of killing you, at least in the first go-around of a block, you actually don't get bored, or it's not as easy to get bored because of the whatchamacallit, because of the repetitiveness of the dungeon, considering. But sorry, because the enemies are enough of a challenge and a bit of a puzzle that you are, you know, your brain is being used. So, you know, and aside from that, you actually don't stare at Tartarus quite as much. Because, let's go. Oh, this is worse. Oh dear. We are dealing with a bit of a problem. Let's head towards the Bauxite Mountains. Those might present a possibility, but I'm going to first check somewhere around here on the east side of the island. But aside from that, you also had the whatchamacallit, the exhaustion system, because in needing to regularly leave Tartarus to, you know, not get sick, or just straight up murked by enemies, because when you are exhausted you take bonus damage. You're not forced to leave, but you're very much incentivized to. It actually paces the game so that you don't just run through it all the time. So you have two gameplay loops that basically work in tandem to, you know, vary up your experience. Unlike in the remake, where you can just leave something to the end of the month and then you just go through it, which just... it's just so boring, honestly. It's just kind of it. Also, I'm thinking... actually, on the topic of the farm, I'm thinking, am I going to be building a... whatchamacallit, a... what is its name? Greenhouse, there we go. Oh, god damn it. Okay, you know what? There's gonna be sandstone here, and I'm gonna dig that up. There's gonna be sandstone below this one, and I'm gonna dig that up. Come on! There we go. Swear to god, if I get another... okay, there we go. More castorites. So it is to the east. And there's less halite, which is interesting. Sorry, to the west. What the fuck? I'm getting confused. Alright, let's keep going. Let's try... let's just move to the next island and see where that takes us. Oh, hey, Spider. Thanks, you're welcome. I was just getting into talking about how friction isn't always a bad thing in game design. Because the point I was getting at is that friction, like pretty much everything, right, when you know, go get into design is a choice that you need to actively make. Whether we're talking visual design, audio design, there's very little that you can, like, just have there, you know? So if a bit of design is somewhere, like, for example, right, when it comes to running TTRPGs, I'm very mindful of... I think this might not be the right one to break. Yep. Well, you know what? I'm gonna break this one. So, when I run a new system that I'm not too familiar with... Jesus Christ, where do I have to break something? You know what? You know what? Same. Oh, there we go. It should not be too far. There we go. Oh, cool, some borax. That's nice. Let's halite. Oh, we're getting closer. So... are we talking about Spider himself, or like Spider as the insect? Because one of them is actually terrifying, and the other one would be just kind of like a tiny particle. Because it already has stuff like gnats and grasshoppers. So yeah, in general, like, my 2 cents on design is... oh, hello there. Everything is a tool. Nothing is to be discarded just offhandedly, just like, it's bad on principle. outside of, I guess, the idea of making things bad on... Ooh, let's go! Let's fucking go. Ah, if I have 14 gears, I'm gonna be so fucking happy. I don't even remember how many I have. I'm going home. What? Insees? I'm confused. Anyway, wait, did I say insees instead of insects? Because I actually do... I don't know how normal this is, but I actually do sometimes say something, and I immediately forget it. But I am aware of the fact that I, like, want to say something. And I'm aware of the fact that I sometimes want to say something and I forget I didn't say it. So that I'm stuck in a situation where I thought I said something, and then I didn't. And it's happened so often that it's pretty much gotten to the flip side of that. And, oh, hello, Timo. And, I think I've tried this place, didn't find much. Have I seen this thing? Have I fallen in here? You know, the funny thing is, I actually thought for a moment something had approached me from behind. I just resigned myself to the fate of being tossed into the, whatchamacallit, into the, hole. Actually, my first long-term world had a, whatchamacallit, what are these things called? Not pits. They have a specific name, but whatever. One of these falls right next to my home. And one of the first things that happened is that I was kind of like hopping around. I hadn't even built a proper house. And... Wait. Oh, I have none. That's, like, bad. Oh, no. Ah, damn it. What to do, because I don't want to run the risk of actually getting killed. I'm pretty low on health, and I don't want to go around gathering horsetail. You know what? Rain check on that. I think copper is pretty common. Sorry, copper lanterns are pretty common. And I'm just gonna go looking around for stuff. Wait a second, I can just go back to those fuckers that were trying to kill me, because they did that while I was trying to prospect. And go back to that cave. I don't think the frequency of enemy spawns really has much of a reflection on what's inside. But I mean, it's always a good thing to give it a try, right? Should have probably brought the torch with me. Alright, I think it was... Oh! Chanterelles. By the way, I think last stream there was a case where I had gotten a bowthorn, but I couldn't actually, like, harvest it, because it was strangely positioned. Yeah, so the game has a system for... Ooh! Glowworms. Nice. However, it's too dark. Can't see shit. Anyway, so the game has a system where it has, like, tiny particles with a bit of AI that emulate, so from what I know, gnats, like those small, buzzy waterflies. The grasshoppers. Casterite, halite again. Brain, please. So it has gnats, it has whatchamacallit, brain is not braining. So gnats, grasshoppers, and cicadas. When in summer, like for example, especially in warmer climates, you can actually like see cicadas, and mind you, they're just like tiny little squares of like a relevant color, so they're not too, I guess, detailed. But they could add spiders, hypothetically. I'm just not too sure about. Oh, cool! There's some copper here. That's good to know. It's good to have. Wait, is this a... Yep. So, on the... I hear another one, I think. Either that or it was just their audio lining up. Oh, no, 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 no. I can deal with drifters, and both ones are actually pretty easy to work. But shivers are very, very aggressive, and they move very quick. The reason why I don't move them is because I do normally do that, but these are close enough to home that I can just randomly come across them while I'm moving around. So I would rather leave them here, considering the fact that they would otherwise constantly fill up my inventory and make it so that I need to go back home to plant them. You know, so I need to stop from what I'm doing. If I had, like, if inventory wasn't a consideration, I would. I 100% would. But as is, I keep away from it because, like I said, I would just fill up my inventory. Once I get like a couple leather bags, I'm gonna probably do that. Oh, we're going down in the cassiterite. I do like this aspect of forcing me to really consider what I actually need. It's one of those things where you like really need it early on, so that, you know, you don't just carry your whole home on your back. But then as you go later in the game, it kind of wraps back around to being, I guess, a bit tedious. But then again, I don't know. Hold on, I want to see something. Oh, I'm gonna pick up the seashell because I'm still not sure whether they spawn, like if they do respawn or if it's just Ugh. Yeah, I was talking about the design of like limiting the inventory, but about gacha games. Um, honestly, I've seen a post a while back where people were talking about like how somehow like modern games ended up, like AAA games ended up being more financially predatory than gacha games. Um, and I empathize with the sentiment, but I think gacha games are still infinitely more predatory because their design works like on a lot more human, I guess, weak points than modern AAA games. Also, they tend to have a very specific kind of target audience, and they've pretty much optimized themselves for that. Modern games are just, you know, the ones that are cited as being worse, just kind of don't. Specifically, they tend to have a design that really emphasizes whatchamacallit. Brain, work with me. Actually, no, they don't. They just tend to be like bland, you know, like inoffensive. But the problem is with a gacha game, right? Most of the time, you just whip out your phone or like start up an emulator and you just like run it in the background and then you do something else, you know? You get those small shots of dopamine and you do it briefly. I personally, at least, have found that I get the most uninvested from a gacha when it takes a lot of time, like consistently. That is something I do not What do we have here? This is an interesting pit. So, as I was saying, because of that, like, gacha games are kind of pretty much optimized exclusively around, parting weebs from their money. And with that, their recursive monetization doesn't just employ, like, FOMO, right? Most concerningly, it applies, it baits people with, like, actual emotional investment into, whatever waifus someone feels particularly attached to. Wait, did I start fires last time? Yeah. Need to figure something out. Whereas modern AAA games just kind of don't. I am not doing well with, honestly, pretty much everything. I would need a... That is a good question. Let me think for a moment, because I don't think they necessarily can be called bad game design, sadly. But that is if you see game design as a tool, as simply a tool to achieve an objective, and not a basically a tool to obtain a specific objective, which is to get the player to have a specific, presumably desirable experience, such as, holy shit, the sun came out. Well, yeah, no, gacha games are, like, all universally pay to win. I don't know, like, this is one of those things I really want to think about. Should I turn this? I probably don't have enough. I'm going to, store this here. Well, I'll be diddly damned, I forgot about this, right? Because the thing is, right, a lot of people are fine with gacha games being pay to win, and free to play games in general. Like, people don't mind when, they're because it's kind of part of the deal, right? Like, you get to play a free game, and the creators don't charge you. Sorry, and the creators get to charge you for, like, basic elements of gameplay. So that's pretty cut and dry. I'm gonna go dig out. Where did I find decent? It was on here. I'm gonna go here, find a cave, and go in there. I'm gonna do it at night as well, because then, there's no difference between the surface and the underground at night. I think I can actually place the fat, so I'm not gonna... I'm actually confident I can. Yep. Anything else I could possibly leave behind? I'm gonna leave the sandstone. Can't leave the bone, but I can... Hold on. I'm not gonna take the prospector's pick, so I'm going to take out... Wait, I already took it out. I'm gonna leave it here as well. Leave the sandstone, because it's a full stack. Should probably leave the seeds as well, but yeah, inventory management, my beloved. Basically, when there's kind of like an understanding when you deal with gacha games, and that's why people kind of like apply this double standard, or rather, why the double standard is, in my opinion at least, and seemingly a few people, in general, people do tend to agree. It's kind of like, walking into a bar. Like, if you walk into a bar, you expect there's gonna be music, you expect there's gonna be like a lot of people, you expect, a good few things. It would be silly to walk into a bar intending to like read a book if it's not a like come here to read a book. Why is my nose so itchy? Oh god damn it, hold on. There we go. So as I was saying, it's silly to walk into a bar and expect to be able to sit down and have like a nice tea and like read your book in peace and quiet, because people are there for a in general for a different reason than that. And it's kind of like the same way with gacha games. You don't play a gacha game for the purpose of like experiencing a deep riveting gameplay loop, or gripping story and interesting characters, anything of the sort. Not to say those can't be a thing. I want to clarify, because I have played Fate Grand Order for, I think it was like past E Pluribus Unum, so not too far, but far enough that I can say that I've invested a fair bit of time in it. But go away. There we go. I was getting ready to prospect this. I forgot that I left the pick at home, as I was saying. But wait, is there no actual cave? Yeah, but what I'm saying is that that's expected, as is the fact that you aren't guaranteed to have like riveting gameplay or anything. What you kind of expect from a free-to-play game, and from a gacha specifically, is for one, visually appealing characters. That is a pretty important aspect. You know what? We're digging down. Actually, hold on. I have an idea. I'm gonna break. I'm gonna get some vines. Make a few more. Wait, I wonder if I can just use the torch without starting a wood fire. As I was saying, so in general, at least I can only speak for myself, but I think it's a pretty decent assessment. When you play a gacha game, and a free-to-play game in general, but specifically a gacha game, you kind of expect that, okay, I'm playing this game and I will need to like pay or have a gimped experience, but at least it's free to get something approaching a vertical slice. I think there should be enough to be able to make it in and out of the hole, right? Please. Hold on, I need to switch to offhand torch. Imagine if I fall like right into... You are taking the piss, game. Of course there was going to be a fucking quartz vine right in my way. Of course there was gonna be it. What else could there be? So, as I'm trying to get at the point, in general, we do kind of expect, or at least I kind of expect, a low commitment, quick satisfaction, small high kind of experience when playing a gacha game. Primarily what I expect when I play it is to enjoy the experience of doing pulls. And in a free-to-play game, you need at least the core experience to be, you know, halfway decent. Oh, I should have still kept the prospecting pick so I can try and do... Oh, god damn it. Because I was so focused on caving. You know what? We're heading back out. I always find, like, when I do this shit to myself, I have that image in mind of, like, a Looney Tunes character cutting the bread from under themselves. I mean, Genshin, even aside, you know, its gameplay, for example, which personally I'm not a fan of, right? But I would be hard pressed to deny that it isn't just a, generally speaking, really gorgeous looking game. You know, is one of the reasons why I find, like, Genshin is one of my go-to examples of a game that's so easy as to, for me to find it genuinely inaccessible, because it's so boring, man. It's like, where's the challenge? Where's the variety? It's literally two-button gameplay, and okay, fine, you know, people like that and I don't. But I find it a good example of a game that I would really, 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 really like, but I just don't because of the way it's designed. And it's, by pretty much definition, a game that is inaccessible to me because I genuinely can't play it. However, one gacha game that I actually played for a pretty long time, I think it was a good couple of years, I was getting there, um, was this one gacha game called Tap Force. It's a basically gacha where you get XPs of various, like, retro, specifically 90s culture characters. There's like Battletoads, there's fucking Sub-Zero, there's what else? Uh what's his name? Ryu Hayabusa, I think. All these kinds of characters which are just you know, they're not precisely those characters, you know. It's not Sub-Zero, it's Glacio. Max level on which one? Genshin? Uh Oh, thank you. Mm. Um I mean, at least Genshin is still technically in development, you know. Speaking of development, actually, before I forget, because I keep wanting to bang on this drum, Labyrinth of the Demon King is coming out in 2 days, and I suggest if any of you are interested in Kingsfield likes. Hold on, I'm gonna need this. So if you're interested in a Kingsfield like, I can heartily recommend that one. All right, let's go. 1, 2, 3. This deep, and give me a node search. I should probably, like, dig in deeper, but I'm just not gonna. Flint Borax! Hey, yo! Let's go. Borax would actually be pretty goated because I can, like, I don't need lime right now for plaster, for example. Okay, I'm gonna dig how many? Let's say 5 in. So I don't need lime to make quick lime, at least for now. But borax, if I do find it, I can actually make a fair bit of use of it. for whatchamacallit, leather making. Still medium amounts, which means that I either need to go to the right or to the left, above or below. For me personally, I actually never play. I did try to play Clash of Clans, but in general with gachas, I tend to gravitate towards ones that are either closer to traditional games in that they do offer an amount of challenge. If it's the same here, it means that I'm above it. Large amounts. Let's go. Ooh boy. Borax. For the Lorax. You know what? I'm gonna go back up, make a marker, and I'm gonna need tin to get this, but that is a problem for the future. You know, I'm gonna call it this and say it's borax plus. Let's be optimistic. Plus tin. Oh, this is so cool. Borax has been, for me, a bit difficult to find. Yeah, no, I know. So I tried Clash of Clans like back in high school, and I didn't really like it. However, I did get quite a fair bit into what's it called, Clash Royale, because it is still pay to win, but there is, let's see, what do we have? There's still some borax, so that's nice. So it's still pay to win, but the main difference is that there is a level of like skill expression, which I do quite enjoy a fair bit. Okay, let's see. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 5 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. What? What's going on? What's happening? Who's in danger? No ore nodes. You know what? Let's start digging this way. I'm gonna need more pickaxes, like a lot more. No. So, let me think. The only mobile games, or rather, let me just put it another. The only free-to-play games that I've paid for stuff in have been, and I'm kind of going off rip in order, Warframe, which was the first one, League of Legends, admittedly. What else? How many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Guild Wars 2. And, which one was it? There was another one after it. No, I think that's it for PC games. No ore node nearby. God damn it. Come on, man. Give me something. No, so I think outside of those three, I haven't paid for anything on PC, but I may be misremembering. On the mobile side, so it was after these that I have gotten microtransactions on, let me think. So Tab Force, these are going like off rip. I think Tab Force was actually the first one, because otherwise I have only bought like full versions of games that were actually pretty cool. What else? Actually, I'm drawing a blank right now. But, yeah. So it was. So I know I've spent on Tap Force and on Merchant Guilds. Wait, did I see? No, I think it was just the thing being weird. Anyway, so I've also paid for Merchant Guilds. I've bought an extra daily slot. It was like $1, right? But other than that, in general, no. Come on. Give me tin or give me death. Give me stinky dragon breath. Oh, god damn it. I feel like you need a bit of, like, gachas gambler bullshit to enjoy this. Because I'm standing there, right? Speaking of gachas, I'm standing there, breath, held, going like, oh boy, am I gonna get a reading? Am I gonna get a reading? I might have to go up and do the same shit. At a higher, like at prior level. Oh dear. Alright. Let's prospect. Come on. Give me something good. Aww. God damn it, Tyron. AKG. Always keep gambling. You know, I realized that ideally I should have made a number of ladders that I could actually, like, take with me all the way down. But I mean, you know, something hindsight. I'm currently looking for tin. Because I have had a decent reading of it around this area. Come on. I swear, with my luck, I'm gonna find something like Pentlandite. Or nothing, sure. Just... Game says go fuck myself. Yeah, for real. Like, genuinely, you know the animation to, like, build up anticipation. So you're like, ooh, what am I gonna get? What am I gonna get? Like, it literally hits those same receptors in my brain. Kind of feel a moment of like, ooh, it's gonna be good this time, I feel it. Though, admittedly, I do find that I like, kind of tracking things down and figuring them out slowly. I do enjoy that. So, you know, when I see, like, there's trace amounts of something in this area, I do enjoy kind of going for it. You know, I always make a joke when I work, like, especially with surface copper mines, veins. I mean, yeah, life is like a box of chocolates. Just pay more for better shit. I think this is 8, so that makes this the 9th, and I'm gonna dig one more ahead. Let's see, what are we getting? Any luck? No or no nearby. Game says go fuck myself. Yeah. And sadly, it looks like I'm gonna have to go and put some more into copper. It might be a good idea, actually, thinking about it, to do, after this one breaks, to go do a roundup of surface copper ores so that I don't run out like a fucking dumbass. Because honestly, this is kind of like the worst position to be in. Because once you get iron, those tools last you a dog's age, and so you're going to probably be fine. You don't run the risk of being... what? I didn't even need to read that, you know, just immediately turned around and walked away, you know, because I already knew that this was gonna be silly buggers. Oh dear. So yeah. You know, I like the fact that this is actually canon. Like, turns out iron wasn't even like that rare or significantly more durable than whatchamacallit, bronze. It's just that tin, which is needed to make tin bronze, is so unbelievably difficult to get. There were alternatives, like I've heard of... So there's black bronze, which is also in this game, which is how I found out about it, which is from an alloy using gold and silver. But, like, I'm gonna be honest, maybe someone who actually knows their shit can correct me, but I don't think it's comparable to normal bronze. Like, I think it's more like, you know... Oh, Borax, you don't need to do me like this. I already know you're here for me. So, it turns out that the main reason why iron was widely adopted was also because you generally find just wide veins of iron, which is not the case with stuff like tin. Which is also true in game. If you find a iron vein, it tends to be pretty big. So you can reasonably like get all the iron you could possibly ever need from like 2 iron veins. Whereas with tin, that is very much not the case. In another case of the game just hating me, actually on my own save, I managed to pull an area. Oh, I thank you, Borax. Your enthusiasm is noted and appreciated, but undesired. But as I was saying, so in my own personal save, I actually have a fair bit of tin around me, and quite high quality. So yeah, I feel like there's at least some degree of ironic karma at play here. Oh well, doesn't matter. Looks like we're gonna have to stop gambling anytime soon-ish. Come on, just let me one last try. Let's see. So the main reason I do this the way that I do it is because Prospect has bismuthinite. You know what? This is not bad. Bismuthinite is 1/2 of bismuth bronze, for which you also need zinc. And these are somewhat as somewhat, I guess, easier to find. Though, admittedly, bismuth isn't the problem. The problem is zinc, because zinc has a pretty difficult to see texture. How many? Oh, cool. I have enough for a good few more searches. Let me see. Okay, let's see one more. Once more. All right, and a 1, and a 2, and a 3. The reason I dig the way I do is because how should I explain? So when you make a prospect using the short range mode, you scan the blocks around you in a 5 square radius. And that's why I keep 10 squares between the points where I do the scan. Because I think that's a pretty decent area to target. Gives me the best odds, or rather it gives me the least odds to miss something. Oh, there's andesite. That means I must be going pretty deep. I am unbelievably tempted to use spectator mode to just zero. Oh dear. Which means there must be casterite nearby. No! Well, time to go make another pickaxe. Let's go gambling! Though I will stick to the plan of making whatchamacallit, a run for the surface deposits that I have found, because they are because I can make another copper pickaxe if I do that, and I somehow manage to like not find the casterite. But if I manage to use up all of my copper, then I'm just gonna be fucked. I don't want to be fucked. That sounds painful. Okay, I've already marked it as such. Good thing I was an optimist. Just watch this. I'm going to get to the vein, and I will find that it's literally just a poor tin vein. For what it's worth, it says large amount, which means that there's gonna be at least a good handful of tiles. Like, we're talking here around a dozen or more. At least I hope. I don't know how specific it is. But, yeah, we're doing fine. I'm currently... Because I still have no real idea, I have no real idea what I'm going to make my actual home like. So I am taking suggestions. Alright, let's see. What do I need? What do I not need? I'm gonna keep needing... I'm going to... I forgot how to gameplay. This is fine. So pick this up. You go in there. I'm going to first heat it up. I'm only making one pickaxe. Should I start making lamelate? Oh wait, I'm not gonna be making those out of fucking copper. Oh god, I just realized. Oh yeah, it's out in the open. Of course it. There we go. Not my brightest moment, not gonna lie. Okay, let's grab these. Do I have any others? No. I'm using these up so that they don't take space, but I'm also making a bit of economy. Oh, what? Did you only now notice it? Yeah, that's the holy floating rock. Okay, actually, to explain what happened, what most likely happened. So, I'm using a mod which adds rivers, because, I mean, the game just doesn't feel right without them. to be honest. Like, there's night and day difference how you can play it, because this way I can actually get to an ocean and I don't need to be next to an ocean, which is amazing for, like, you know, building options. So with the way that they expand, it is very likely that there was supposed to be a hill there, but the the river is cutting literally right through it, leaving it floating. So that's basically why it exists. It's just a bug in how the mod generates, like, affects the world generation around it. But I think it's pretty neat. It makes for an interesting landmark underneath which I built my house. I'm probably not gonna do anything with it. Might decide to sculpt it into something, maybe, if I think, you know, a giant skull or something would be good looking. Yes, it does. But as is, I'm just leaving it there. I mean, these two little fuckers probably fell down from there, because I found them, like, they were in the middle of the river last time. So I don't really see any other explanation. Alright. I think today we are going to be getting the bronze anvil. Though I'm not too sure on the copper, because we only have surface deposits, which are an unreliable source, to put it quite bluntly. I'll probably drop this here, because I'm not going to need it. I get a couple more wild vines, because I will need those. Well, one more, actually. Where are my my sticks? Not my stones. Did I use them? Oh, they're in my inventory on the right hand. Yes, so rough guesstimate, it says large amounts. That probably means a dozen or more blocks. If it's anything more than, like, poor quality, then we are pretty much quids in. If they are not, then, well, shit. While this, you know what, while this cools down, I am going to till some soil and plant these things, because I don't know that rabbits can be currently a problem, at least for these. You know, this is the current garden that I'm working for. Sorry, on. Like I said, I'm gonna be moving things around after I do get a bucket. But until then, this is what I'm getting. It's gonna be fun to get to the actual story content. I would like to pan this, but that would not be a good idea. I'm genuinely, like, I'm I'm feeling antsy because I can't wait to find out like, to dig out the tin there. I really do want to find out, which is why I fuck around. I wonder if I can do anything else with this. Oh, okay, let's make another meal. I'm gonna get this, and what are we going to do? For view. Oh, shit! Okay, we need to move fast. Because... oh, fuck off, game. There we go. Because I just realized that this fucking thing is slowly going... oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. That's why I'm keeping it, because I currently don't have the inventory to deal with all the things that it could give. Might be a good idea to look into getting the rusty gears that I need for a lantern from the furniture trader. But we are not, you know, I'm fucking stupid. I was certain I had 4 more seeds. I just didn't remember where. Alright. I don't have a pan. I'm gonna need to get one. And I don't have a... what's it called? I don't have an axe? What? Oh, that's funny. Let's make an axe. So first, you find someone willing to date you. Then you begin dating. And then you stop dating. And that is how you acquire an axe. Nah, that's... Dude, I may not be all there. But, I would not have the patience, the mental fortitude to do that. And I'm just gonna go out on a limb, discouraging everyone else from actually trying to... Oh, now I know why there was a free spot on the tool rack. Okay, hold on. Let me just... There we go. Yeah, this is gonna carry over cook. 5 and 6, and that's not right. That's not right either. There we go. Yeah, it's gonna be fine. See? Just had to turn around and then turn back around again. Okay, let's see. It's interesting. I can't explain really why, but I found myself using a lot of mechanics and aspects of gameplay that I haven't in previous playthroughs. Particularly, like, it's not even things that I would, you know, honestly just normally cheat. Like, for example, whatchamacallit, prospecting around for stuff. But, like, for example, because normally I would, sometimes at least, use creative to find stuff. But, aside from that, actually, I don't think I've really cooked more than like a couple of porridges up until this point. I've always gone for bread making. You know, I realize I probably don't need to be in the river to do this. I could actually much better just do it at the lake. I'm gonna move afterwards. How is my favorite... Oh, it's hardened. There we go. Are you going to come? Yes. Alright. We are no longer panning. Panning is... Ooh, current drift activity high. That's a bit rough. Where is it? There it is. If I'm gonna dig below here, and I'm not gonna find a fucking, like the vein. There we go. Oh, quality medium. There we go. Let's go. I'm gonna block this, considering the fact that our current rift activity is high, so that I don't have some bomb-ass drifters fall onto me. I always dig just one more square in the direction it seems to be going. So it's a good habit. Always reminds me of that one video I've seen by this food tuber called Lisa Wen, who filmed her mom and dad. I think it was her dad opening a whatchamacallit, durian fruit, and her mom, I don't remember, it was either her mom or her dad who had like a spider sense. They were like, no, there's more here, no, we're not done yet. And they would constantly just find new pods to crack open, scoop up. I've actually had durian because I'm always curious about well, just weird, potentially bad tasting food. Because I'm curious, like, does it really taste bad? Can it be an acquired taste and stuff? Because I'm assuming, right, if I don't like a taste, because I'm familiar with pretty much most tastes, and if it's not fish and olives, then I'm fine with the taste. I mean, hell, I like even olive oil. Even I'm not sure how much it's considered that olive oil tastes like olives, because I feel like sensibly it would say a lot. But then again, like, I don't like olives, but I do like olive oil. And it's not even like I hate olives. It's just, I mean, I'm fine eating them, you know, just not thrilled about it. But let's see, anything else? Ha 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 ha! What I tell you? What I tell you? There's something. There's always something. There's always something. So I can't see shit. Oh dear, I'm gonna need to bring the torch along. Oh, what the fuck? There we go. So, I'm, like I said, familiar with pretty much most flavors. I like pretty much all flavors. Therefore, if it's something that I might not like, it would at least be a new flavor. So I want to try it. I feel like that's a pretty sensible choice, you know. Which is why I tend to try a lot of stuff when I hear like, oh, it tastes so bad. Like, okay, but it might be a new experience. So I wanted to try durian. And I actually did get to try it. And funnily enough, it wasn't the taste that I disliked. It was the texture, which was this kind of like slimy thing. The taste was like a mixture between let's just delete these. It was like a mixture between lemon and garlic, but it wasn't like, it was kind of sweet and it wasn't sour at all. Do I have enough? Hold on. So these are 20 units of copper. So these are like 9 ingots. I'm gonna say that yes, this is enough, just because I want to go and get down to business with that, whatchamacallit, large amount of... Oh shit, we have not gone through the night. With that large amount of tin. Because we are, I think, pretty close to actually getting a... Oh, come on, these are good to eat. At least I think. Oh wait, I didn't get it. Bummer. Where was I? So... the taste of durian fruit, like the smell was bad. It did stink. Oh dear. Hello. Go away, please. I'm gonna grab some berries. Also, another problem with housing them at my base is the fact that what the fuck? Is the fact that I would harvest them like en masse and without a press to turn them into juice, and then either a cauldron or like what's the word? Where you go to make okay, hold on. Let's not play silly buggers. No. So here's how it's gonna work. No. There we go. So without a barrel and a whatever we call it, a cellar. There we go. And a proper cellar to age them in. Or like I said, a cauldron to what's it called? To cook them down into syrup. It would be essentially an actual waste to pick them up because they're unlikely to, or a oven to bake them into pies. Oh dear. We have touchdown. Alright, so it says large amounts. I'm gonna start digging around the, I'm not sure if it's gonna be in andesite or if it's gonna be in the sandstone. I'm assuming sandstone is more likely. I'm gonna dig around the cracked sandstone and specifically this way, actually. It didn't register before. Let's just dig above just for safety. I'm just gonna dig in every direction sitting from here and see if I find anything. That seems like the most prudent choice. Oh. I got excited for a moment. Okay, it doesn't work that way. Well, I get a very strong feeling that, there's, whatchamacallit, okay, let me just go this way. There is a cave to the left, and I can't explain why. Could it be below? What are the odds? O Lord above, I have seen your wisdom and my faith is renewed. And it's medium quality. I just processed that. Let's fucking go! Ah, bruh. I'm not getting out of here until the reading says no trace of material nearby. I'm also gonna okay, this might be tough. Yes, indeed. Our work has been rewarded. Feels so good, man. I'm so happy about the fact that I just kind of like randomly went, well, what is if it's below? And then I dug below. And the best part is that the odds that what is that supposed to be a lot? It's that is speedrunning tier. Because tin is not easy to find. I mean, it is easy to find if you're, like, lucky, because it is also a bit of a matter of luck with how the world generates, but in general... Ooh, there's more. More! But in general, you can expect to be quite a bit hamstrung at finding tin. Hematite is kind of the same, but the difference is the veins tend to be pretty large, which in turn allows them to be more easy to spot, you know? So that's kind of how things are. I'm curious. Have I not leveled up yet? How much more do I need? I'm halfway there. That's not good. So it is easier to find hematite for iron. But tin is pretty tough. Luckily, though, you only need a small amount of it. You need 10%, 8 to 10%, which is why I usually try to go for 500, like 5 ingots per, because 5 times 8 is 40. So I need rather, hold on. I have no idea what the fuck I was oh wait, no, not this way. Hello? This is that scene in horror movies where it's like, you know, someone's with a back to the camera and then they turn around and screech. Excuse you? Here's an advantage to making this type of... Oh, cool, our first rusty gear. Here's an advantage to this type of brain. What's it called? Mineshaft. There we go. Because odds of enemies spawning on top of me are pretty small. Even then, they could easily get crushed. Well, that's not very nice. I do not condone your actions. Ah! Another one. But this one is alive. Not for long, though. Honestly, I'm okay with this situation. Because they can't get in here because they don't know how to climb down ladders, I'm assuming. And they can hit me with their, like, pebble throw, but that's about it. Alright. Let me just... Oh, another one. Uh-huh. I thought I killed him, but it turns out that I did not. One time we were playing, I think it was Attack of the B Team, and I made the mistake of discovering console commands. Oh, no, no, no. And I kind of went temporarily mad with power. You know, I'm gonna go harvest them. You know what? Why not? You know, make the most out of a situation. Oh dear. However, this music is giving me the heebie-jeebies. 8. Wait! I need 4 more. And I can actually make a... I can actually make a linen bag. Cut a deal with you all. The one thing that I will, quote-unquote, allow myself with creative mode is crafting a mining bag. Because, hold on, let me show you. So the mining bag is crafted with a linen square, a flax twine, and 2 metal plates on either side. Right? A linen sack is crafted with a linen and flax twine above it. Therefore, I should be able to craft the linen bag with by just like crafting it together with a pair of whatchamacallit, metal plates. But I cannot, which does not make sense. So I will be allowing myself to rectify that, if you will. Hello, buddy! Wait, I have piercing on this thing. Oh, that's sick! Oh, hell, combat overhaul! Ah! No, go away! Hold on, I think I can actually knock them back if I charge into them. No! Well, I'm not going down for him. Oh boy. This is fun. Well, did you figure out how it works? Ah. Please go away. In my mind, I'm saying this the same way, if you've seen her, girl with a dog says, please don't come. Oh dear, hold on. I am... Ah! Wait, does he not know how to climb ladders? No, he does! He does! I just need to get rid of this fucker. Ah, there we go. Down you go. Go away. Thank you. Because I am getting pretty low, and while this is fun and an actually surprisingly strong position, I am... Oh, cool. Daylight. I hear a boat horn, which I'm not happy about. Why is he not taking damage? Goodbye. Okay, sure, I get that he'd get pushed off me, but like that far? I'm gonna go to the furniture man and finally get that lamp. Go away. Ah! Of course there was gonna be... You know what? I'm gonna leave those there. It ain't worth it. It ain't worth it. It ain't worth it. I'm safe in the water. Of course I'm safe in the water. They're made out of metal. Metal sinks, right? Alright. I should have enough for... Ooh, I have enough to make a another linen bag. But first things first, I want to buy a lantern. Please have the copper one, thank you. Do I have enough to buy both? No. Could I? No, I only have enough for... But would it give me enough? No, I would need way more than that. And I don't have really any other options. Yep, that's pretty much how we're working with. And now, may there be light. Alright, we've got ourselves a lantern, so that's great. These things are not going to go out when I dip into water, while also being brighter than a torch. I still need the torch to light fires, but, you know, For exploration, I pretty much am... What the fuck? Worm! Stand ready for my arrival! Oh no, my arrival, why are you not standing ready for it? Okay. So, current course of action. Bit of a pivot from the stated short-term plans. Specifically, step 1. Make a copper anvil, a tin anvil and a tin pickaxe. Step 2. While that is cooling down, I am going to be making a, what's it called? I'm going to be making a couple of ingots, as well as getting ready to, like, going to dig some borax. Because I need to move quickly. Once I steep, there we go, the 2 hides into borax, they are going to not like rot anymore. So they're gonna be safe, and it'd be a waste of 2 large hides, which, you know, not that easy to find, to just let them rot away. I have a fair bit of time because the rotting speed is going to be slower, but I do need to be pretty quick with it. And luckily I have a fuck ton of coal, so I'm gonna get the light started. Alright. Give me the hammer. Do I have... Oh yeah, I do. Alright. So, I'm gonna grab this and put it here, and I'm gonna need the hammer again, but for now, where is my torch? Oh, there it is. Thank fuck. I was genuinely scared for a minute because I seem to constantly misplace my torches. But alas. Okay, so we're gonna need a good couple of these. How many? 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright. You are going here, and then this. 92, there we go. 92 plus 8. 500 units of tin bronze. That is how much I can make at one point without really losing too much, so to speak. So we're gonna have this go on. I'm going to have my butt planted firmly here. Actually, no, I'm gonna go bring in side the 2 ingot mold as well as the pickaxe mold. So in total I need 1200 units. I don't think I have that many for like the full plan. Okay, let me see. So in total I have 84. times 5. Nope, no 2 ways about it. I think if I put this at 16, it could be enough. No, it would be too little. And I have to do 72 and some like 8. Or 70 and 10, because I do have a fair bit of caster, just not too much. Decisions. So I have a total of... There's... Oh, shit! There is all of 5 units. I need to go mine some more. But first I need to... Fuck, I barely have enough... Wait, I have 32 more copper here. Never mind then. How nice. Problem solving themselves. Okay, so 92 plus 8 more. That would give me the... And hold on, let me just... Okay, this is how many I have here. There is no way I get more than an additional ingot out of those. So sadly, this is all that we are working for right now. A total of 12 ingots, which is just enough, luckily. No, not. I mean, technically an island, but pretty much all of this is wetlands. I'm running the world generation so that there's like 60% ocean and 40% land. Normally, you don't even have land. Sorry, you don't. You don't even have ocean. Now that's a fun idea. Vintage story, but the whole world is just ocean. But fortunately, no. I do have a fair bit of land. All right. How much durability? Oh, I have enough durability for this. That's good. Fuck, I need a forge. Luckily, that won't be too hard to make. I need one more sandstone. You are taking the piss. There we go. What should I do with the extra with the extra cobblestone? Would it look nice placed here? I wonder. Let's see. Oh yeah, it works pretty well with a strewn hay, actually. That's nice. That's nice. Okay, this is nearly done. I'm gonna put the forge here. You know what's gonna be funny? Okay, good. I can't put brown coal. Alright. We're pretty much set to make the first saw, which is very important. Okay? I'm gonna keep the heat on. Grab this. Because I want to move as soon as I pour. You know what? I'm gonna use some peat to keep the heat up. Only gonna take a second to pour. But I am very cheap with my things. Okay, back in you go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 8 plus 92. There we go. Hold on. Rubik's Raptor, right? I think that was he playing with like a lot of people? Oh shit. I'm an idiot. Yeah, I love his stuff. I found out about him recently. Relatively recently, actually. His first actual vintage story video, and I watched it. It was part of what I used to convince a few friends to try out this game with me, and I think it's like I'm so jealous that he gets to play with like a fuck ton of like friends, you know? Because there's something special about just the idea of a pretty big vintage story world where you just kind of like move at your own pace, everyone does their own shit. But yeah, and I have considered using the mod Better Ruins. However, I decided against it for one relatively simple reason. Namely, the fact that I don't think they fit. It's kind of that simple. Um, no knock against people who like it, mind you. It's a generally cool mod, but for me it takes me out of the vibe that this world is going for, because every like big, close to intact building is pretty much just whatchamacallit. Come on, work with me, brain. It's pretty much like underground. So if a building is in... it just kind of takes me out of the experience if I see a building that is not decrepit, I guess. You know? Because otherwise, like, the other story places are either still lived in, or they are, like, for example, you know, the Caravaneers. Or they are underground, which stuff that is underground is more easily preserved. So yeah, that's kind of why I chose against that one, because a lot of the buildings are just kind of like too well preserved. I also partly decided, for the same reason I decided to remove Decor Bazaar, even though I quite like it. But the problem is Decor Bazaar makes it it adds a lot of noise to the handbook, which might affect, like, because even though I am using a quite heavily modded game, it's in my mind a vanilla plus type of experience. With something like Mod Bazaar or Better Ruins, you are straight up going into like the modded gameplay feeling, which, nothing against that. Why would I have anything against that? But it does take away from the kind of vibe. Like, I want people watching this, right? If you decide to go and play this game, even if you don't go through all the mods that I've listed, I want you to still be able to have, even just playing vanilla game, an experience that is reasonably close to mine. Which is why I have avoided mods like that. I guess Combat Overhaul is the biggest outlier, and all I can say about it is that I'm sorry. Hold on, I should put back in the coal, because I do want to cook some more 18. Do I have the hammer? It is here. Did I pick it up right? Yes. 1. Did I count right? Yeah. Alright. I am tremulous. See ya, spider. Hope you enjoyed. One day, I promise you guys, you are going to be actually able to hear the game's music over, or not over, but alongside me speaking, because one of the cool things about this game is the music. So, Minecraft in people's memories is quite a fair bit tied to, you know what, I'm going to actually raw dog it and rely on the brown coal, finishing with carryover cooking. If I see it cooling down, I'm going to put in one of the peats to heat it back up. Actually, you know what, I'm gonna use this to keep it at 100. But I think it should be able to carry over all the way to Yeah, let's go! I was right. This is how you make, like, you save up on your stuff. Now, I don't really have anything to do until these things cool down, so what should I do? Alright, let me go check up on the thatch real quick. See if it's grown back, because I don't know. Oh, wait, let me put the coal back. So, I'm gonna see about that. And, then we're gonna get back home. We're gonna have the pickaxe ready. We're going to grab the borax. Hold on, let me see something, because I'm not sure if the borax can be crushed or do I need a quern, which would... Oh, it can only be ground into... Oh dear. Oh dear. That complicates things. You know what? Change of plans. We are digging more copper. Because we are going to need a... whatchamacallit? A copper chisel. Or rather, a chisel. Which I could just as well make out of bronze. But still, the point is we need a chisel and... oh, great. It's the poor! So I am going to use... Because I'm going to need a chisel, which I will then use to make a quern with the andesite. Luckily, we got all the way down to andesite in the mine in mining for tin. So that's not gonna be too hard. I'm gonna pick it up at the same time I pick the borax. Alright, let's see, how much do we have here? What did I get for it? 15 units of copper. That means I need right about 7 of them per ingot. I'm gonna take enough to make... Oh, fuck off. I'm just gonna mine up this place. And I'm not sure I'm really in that much of a rush. Hold on, let me just take a look. I think that's about it. Let me just make sure we're not gonna get any sort of stuff. Nope, we're good. Alright, let's keep moving. I'm gonna leave it there because there's a part of me that does want to go back and, like, give it a quick once over. Once I'm in no rush, because I am aware that being in a rush is going to make me probably overlook something. That will also allow me to actually start raising the little whatchamacallem. Okay, it's still soft. You are soft! I'm gonna start feeding them all the grass. Oh, cool, the anvil is done. That's great. Let's put it here. I'm gonna pick up the forge, put it... Oh, wait, no, it has, stuff in it. Alright. So, first order of business. Hold on, let me see for sure what I can make the quern out of, because I know it's only hardstone, but what does... Okay, granite... Yeah, andesite is the only option nearby. If I seem in a rush, that's because I am. Because I think I only have a few hours left of my thing before it starts to actually rot away. And I don't want to lose 2 giant hides. I think I did the math a few... either the previous stream or in the second stream, where I figured out that I have 1 leather backpack in that bunch. So yeah, it would be quite rough to lose it. I also think there's more tin in there, but remains to be seen. I'm still going to be expanding. I don't have the lantern with me. Why? I promise, guys, I'm not normally this useless. Actually, thinking about it, why am I not just going on using the river? Because seemingly the raft doesn't slow down like upstream, so I'm really liking this place. I just try to figure out what specifically I want my house to be like. Because, okay, bear with me. Does it make sense to everyone that this doesn't feel like a wooden cottage kind of place? Right, like, this isn't me being oddly specific about things. 12 hours. We gotta get a move on, boys. Actually, I think we're good. Hmm. Okay, I don't think it's particularly faster, but at least I'm going in a straight line. So, I forgot what I was thinking. But as I was saying, this place doesn't really feel like it would welcome a wooden cottage. And that's kind of the, I guess, default house that as a Minecraft player I'm used to. Alright, time to pick up the borax. I'm just gonna grab, hold on, let me think. How much of this do I need? So one of these grind into 2, and the diluted borax is 5 liters, and for 2. So for 2 of these I get 5 liters, and I think for a soaked hide, yeah, I need 10. So I need 4, 8. 4, 5, 6, 8. We are in, fellas. Oh, but that's one way to get here. All according to Keikaku. I wanted to say something. If you enjoyed like Rubik's Raptor, which by the way I definitely recommend anyone who would enjoy like an actual not an actual but a edited higher quality invested, I guess, stream, not a stream, playthrough of this game. I very much recommend Rubik's Raptor. Another streamer that I quite like, not streamer, why do I keep calling them streamers? Because I don't watch streams. But one guy that I also quite enjoyed, whom he didn't do Vintage Story, at least not that I know of. But he did do Terra Firma Greg, which I don't know. I found his playthrough to be just kind of like a good listen to this and kind of chill out type of time. Was a guy by the name of Hecuba. So I would recommend that guy as well. He's far more chill. Like Rubik's Raptor is actually pretty energetic. I'm gonna say that. Whereas Hecuba is just kind of chilling. But they're both genuinely entertaining, and I did enjoy them a fair bit. So those would be two recommendations if you want some, or rather, a different kind of experience for watching Vintage Story. I'm still thinking, it's gonna be fun when we get to chiseling, because I'm just gonna be like most of the stream is gonna be like current stream. Well, I'll be diddly damned. It's gonna be useful. Most of the stream is just gonna be me going like, current stream objective, chisel chair, and that's gonna be really all of it. Like the stream is just gonna be, me working away at chiseling various forms of chair. But again, I think that's what gives this game a lot of charm. All right, so let's see, what are we working with here? I just realized how I fucked up. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, and I have those other two things there. I'm not too happy that I need to do this way, but my brain says no. Why does this only open? Oh well. No time to. Why did I bring them in? I am stupid. Okay, so we are going to make another. I don't have enough. Never mind. Working with what we've got. So we need another tin bronze ingot. Dumbass. 9. Okay, there we go. And another couple of these. I'm stupid again. Hey, it doesn't matter. Let me pick it up. Put it here. There you go. There you go again. Put a couple of these. Hope it moves quickly. Go into the offhand. Get torch. Light fire. I am a bit concerned. Okay, now I'm going to make I'm not going to waste the coal, because the later I have to make a charcoal pit, the better. By the way, I'm gonna start with a 4x4 one. I'm gonna dig it right next to the house where the copper vein that I've dug was present. How much time? 8 hours. Tick tock. On the clock, let the party hit the. I actually don't know the lyrics to that. Alright. So that's current plan trademark. Why are things heating up? Oh dear. Okay, I think this is gonna last more in my inventory. Yep. So things have started heating up to the point where I am losing that. But I think this doesn't count as a cellar, which means I would need, for like conserving, I'm gonna go get a. How many of these do I have? 10. Good. I'm gonna go get a rope. So, as I was saying, I don't think the area counts as a cellar. I need the rope to make a bucket as soon as I get my hands on some planks. Okay, there we go. Which I will soon as this thing actually cooks. I am tempted to add, to just start working on the chisel. But the problem with that is that, if I do it, I'm going to waste 2 pieces of coal. And that's the cold hard fact. This would normally be the recipe, but they recently changed it, and it does make sense. And you need at least, you know, you need a chisel and a hammer, but I don't like it. It's just an extra fuss. Oh dear, you're done. You're done. You're done. You're done. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna set something to cook, because if nothing else, at least. Hold on. Let me find. I'm gonna work it like this. You go in there. There we go. There we go. Ah! I am so unbelievably glad that this game doesn't simulate actually burning your hands on stuff. Because I'm the kind of person who would, and indeed has, in the past, for a friend, stuck his fingers onto like cast iron when, you know, when I'd been just done cooking with it. Like, your boy's dumb. Like, real dumb. So I'm glad that, you know, the 100 and some change degrees that that thing has don't actually make my, like, character's skin fuse to the ceramic. Because ceramic is mighty scary, y'all, with how hot it can get. I actually don't think I even understand how hot is 1000 degrees. Should I? I'm so unhappy with the fact that I need to wait. Even though it's, at this point, I've pretty much done it. Don't gotta worry about the things going bad. It's like, you know, the principle of the matter. I'm curious how much would the torch holder set me back. But yeah. That being said, though, I actually ended up going pretty far with the technology. Not so much my home. It's still not doing too hot, but we have acquired a bronze anvil. We have a fair stock of tin. So I think we can chalk this session up as being reasonably fruitful. I want to see. Okay, I think I'm going to light up the thing now and just hope and pray that the carryover heat is going to last for long enough to actually... Why are you not... Oh, it did light up. Why are you not heating up? And we will be introducing the smithing system. Ow, ow, ow. Oh, shit. I just figured it out. I'm going to hope and pray that this thing can actually... What the fuck? Oh, it's dark outside. I should probably turn it off. Okay, that... lesson learned. Bummer. How the fuck did I forget about a forge? Well, no matter. Alright, first things first. What the fuck? Well, that's what we call the fucky wucky. But anyway, so saw blade. Technically, if I'm making it so that I'm like currently using it, wouldn't that make it a C blade? Oh shit. Okay, so for smithing, as you can see, I need to put a voxels in place. You can only hit a voxel in a direction if the point up front is free, or you can make it if like climb up one level if you have a free space behind it. Furthermore, if you have a voxel between two other voxels and on the direction you want to push it, it's one level lower, you can actually make it jump over the voxel between it and that hole, thus basically moving it 2 spaces, by hitting it. But that is a very specific use case. I just realized I'm going to need to douse these, but no problem. It's, you know, one of those things. We'll worry about it when we get there, see? So I could do that. Alright. Come on. I really can't wait to be rid of those things in my inventory, because for some reason having those blocks just makes me anxious. Okay, there we go, and there we go, and please do not create... please do not argue with me, game, just let me do it. Because I do have a blacksmithing mod installed, I think, and that does not let me craft with things if they're too overheated. Why did I leave the hammer here? I know that I need it. Oh, there we go, that worked. Okay, grand. So I don't need the chisel right now, but I do still need to douse the saw. Okay. I'm not sure if this counts as a pet peeve, but I do think it's rather dumb that I can douse them like this. I can finally choose some actually decent doors. Holy shit. Okay, you go there. You go wherever. Alright. Wait, don't these... those are things from the combat overhaul mod. I think the thing you were looking at were the saber parts. I don't know why it's that way. Please don't ask me. I am just as scared as you are. So we're gonna have to make it through together. Alright, I don't have wood, do I? Fuck, I also don't have... Where are they? There we go. I also don't have sticks. I need 3 more sticks. I need the lamp. I need stuff. It is night. At least the reflectivity is low. I know I heard a boat horn. We are not well, Vintage Nation. I would just like, actually just realized, I would like to draw attention to the fact that I could have made a Madick joke when you asked about the what is that long thing. Something to the effect of I. Please don't break. Thank you. Nothing can harm me in here. Okay, I'm going to make two maple doors. But first, and most importantly... So, not this, dumbass! Why did I do this? Why am I like this? There we go, we have a barrel. Next up, we need a bucket. I apologize, I am... Okay, 2 runs for water, let's go. We are so close. What? The, Shiver? The 4-legged one that, charged me after I cut the, whatchamacallit. Alright, and you go in, and now you go in, and we are... What the... Oh, no, it's not faster. That would have been a new one, because I've never used borax, for tanning. It's not tanning, it's something else, but get in here. Alright. Normally I need a couple more. Okay, I'm gonna break this away, because it's not going to be necessary for too long. Yeah, they do launch themselves at you with, like, unknown anger. Okay, I'm going to make, since I have some leftover, so first off, I'm gonna make a couple of these. Alright, and then I'm going to make a pair of doors. So that I don't need to worry about these fucking things breaking up on me. See, like that. Please go away, I will hurt you. You chose this, remember. I'll just place down one door. There we go. Oh, you wanna run, huh? You wanna run, huh? Big tough guy, huh? Let me just prop these. What the fuck was that animation? Did they recently change their animations? Or rather improve them? There we go. Ah, now they won't break anymore. You know what'd be nice? If this guy gave me a temporal gear. But he didn't. Damn it. Alright, let's see. Can I recycle these? Yes, into firewood. How? With an axe. Thank you. Oh, and I got some sticks back too. That's nice. That nice, but they were dairy. Alright. What else? Is there anything vying for my attention right now? No. I'm gonna go feed the lambs. Let me see, because I do have a lot of dry grass for no reason, so I'm gonna cut... Well, how much do I have? Oh, fuck off. I need a new knife. So I'm gonna cut off 4 more. And just put those into the trough. So that those little fuckers can feed. Because I'm not sure if that's preventing them from growing. But I have a sneaking suspicion that it is. Oh, thank you. Daytime is coming. I am so glad you deigned to stop terrorizing me, game. I love how this game just set out to basically be like grown-up Minecraft. And it is that, but it also like took the horror aspect and really leaned into them. Because Minecraft outside of cave noises isn't really that scary. Tense, sure, when the whatchamacallit, when the warden arrives. But actually scary, no. Alright. Do I have sandstone? Because claystone, sorry. No, it is sandstone, right? Yes. Alright. Let's make a couple more. There we go. Because I have a neat idea for like the front of the house. Just make a nice little... Go away. I will get hit and I will get upset like I didn't see it coming. There you go. I think this is nice enough. Would be nice if I might shave off one there. But so far we're doing fine. We have casterite. So you know what? Let's do a tally up, right? What we've done today. So we've found casterite. We've found borax. Holy shit, we found borax, I just realized. And we've acquired the bronze anvil. So those are the changed, like the new terms that the terms that we've completed today. Let's see what else long term. We're gonna be looking for iron. Decide on home design. That's gonna be long term. And tomorrow specifically, we're gonna be add tannin barrels. And what else? Acquire more copper. I'm gonna add check back for tin. That seems sensible. So these are our new current objectives. Today was pretty productive, I have to say. Our home didn't really get any larger, and that's a bummer. But we can hear the uncontrovertible evidence that we are fully safe within it. I'm trying to think. Yeah, we should be, because I don't think there's anything that can really get in here as is, except for the cold. So we do need to like close it up. I'm not sure we'll be handling... It's already the 3rd of June, so we are going pretty fast, like I've said. The main objective is getting trees to vernalize. Oh, fuck. I just realized every tree individually needs to vernalize. That is a problem. Because I don't want to stick to the 9-day per month format. Because that way winters are just too short to be meaningful in any way. But then on the flip side, I just can't get trees. Like, I can't get fruit without that. Oh, what the fuck. Well, problem for the future. Doesn't matter. That being said, the weather is nice outside over here right now. So I think I'm gonna head out, go for a walk or something, touch some grass, some actual grass. And thank you all so much for being here. Probably next stream, let me think. 2 days from now is gonna be the launch of Demon King Labyrinth. Sorry, Labyrinth of the Demon King, I keep forgetting. It is a pretty generic name thinking about it, but so that will be in 2 days from now, which means Tuesday. Monday, however, will be pretty full. Yeah, I'll see about it. It'll probably be a bit later than that for me because it hasn't been like 48 hours. So I can probably get out a stream around noon on Tuesday. And then we'll see afterwards. You know what? Here's the thing. Here's the fun idea. I'm going to on Tuesday to be streaming until Labyrinth of the Demon King releases. At which point, I will disappear. But all of you who are interested in the game and buy it, know that we will be playing figuratively shoulder to shoulder. So that's how things are gonna go on Tuesday. And with that, that's gonna be it for today. You know what I'm gonna add? I'm gonna add the long-term objective, because it's gonna be a bit of a material investment, not so much time investment. Bronze armor. I'm thinking of making a cuirass, because it's from the combat overhaul. But I've been waffling on for too long. Thank you all so much for being here. I really do appreciate it. And I wish you all a great next week. And with